know I can't take one more step towards you, 'cause all that's waiting is regret. And don't you know I'm not your ghost anymore? You lost the love I love the most. I learned to live half a life, and now you want me one more time. And who do you think you are, running around leaving scars, collecting a jar of hearts, tearing love apart? You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. Don't come back to me. Who do you think you are? Hello, my name is Drew James and I teach over at learnguitarinlondon.com, where there is hundreds of free acoustic guitar lessons. This is what I do. I like filming lessons and sharing them with you. And this one, you could say that I'm a bit late to the party on this one. It was released quite a few years ago now by Christina Perri. But I think it's one of those tunes that even 20 years from now, if someone sung it on like a reality TV show or something like that for singing, it's just one of those songs that if you can sing, it really, really comes into its own. And it's timeless, in my opinion. I'm putting it out there. It's a classic. So I wanted to share that on my channel today and take you through my arrangement that I would do on the guitar for it. It's actually originally played on piano. So there's a few chords that we're going to need to master and some picking technique, quite simple, but still some picking technique, and a strumming pattern. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that in the lesson, and also going to be showing you the midsection. So that wasn't the whole tune, but I just wanted to give you a little preview. Let's learn how to play it. You're going to need a capo, and you're going to have to put it on the first fret of the guitar. So everything I talk about frets is relative to the capos. This is fret 1, 2 and 3, so on and so forth. You're going to need to know the names of the strings. Eddie, A, Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. E, A, D, G, B, E. I do not number the strings unless I can help it. I always call them the letters, so E, A, D, G, B, E. And then you're fine for the song. You're going to need to know a few chords. And to be honest with you, if you haven't been playing very long, and when I say haven't been playing very long, I'm talking like if you've been playing under 3 to 6 months, and this song probably isn't for you, because it's going to involve some bar chords, which, as any guitarist will tell you when they started, is some of the harder things. And I'm not going to be giving you too many tips. I have left a link in the video description to my bar chord buster course, which is a very detailed plan on how to accomplish bar chords, so you can check that out. So the first chord is a B minor, so take your index finger and press down the bottom 5 strings, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the B string, and ring and pinky finger on the G, on the D and the G string, tucked underneath, and you're strumming the bottom 5 for that. I can't take one more, and you're holding it for 4 beats. So keep the pressure down, strum, and do a gentle strum. It's a ballad, this song. We're not thrashing at the guitar, so it's I know I can't take one more. Then we go into a D chord. I'll just do this quickly. Index finger on the 1st fret on the G, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the E, and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B. As I said, if you can't do bar chords, then you probably haven't done too many open chords either, so I'm going to sort of go through the open chords quite quickly. That's your D. Strum the bottom 4. Step towards you. So here's your B minor. No, I can't take lead with the index into D towards you. Then A chord, so 2nd fret on the B, D, B, G and D string. I like to use my middle ring and pinky finger for that because I find it easier to put them in the 2nd fret. Strum the bottom 5. Cause all that's waiting is, once again holding for 4 like we're doing with all of these chords. And on regret, it's E minor, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, ring finger on the 2nd fret on the D. Regret, 2, 3, 4. Then it repeats that pattern, so B minor. And don't you know I'm not your D anymore? A. You lost the love, I love the... And then instead of to E minor, you go to a G. Index finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, middle finger on the 3rd fret on the E, and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the thinnest E. Strum all 6. Lost. Okay, so A, you lost the love, I love the G. Okay, and then I like to do this little passing note going into the pre-chorus. I learned to live half a life. G, 2, 3, 4. So I'm counting 4 because I'm holding this for 3 beats, and then on the 4th beat I'm playing the 2nd fret on the thickest string to do an F sharp rundown. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then make an E minor chord. And we're going to start a picking pattern. So whilst making E minor, thumb on the thickest string, middle finger, this is talking about this hand, my picking hand, middle finger on the B string, pull those two together, called a pinch, then index finger on the G string, then thumb on the D string, and then index finger back on the G. So it's repeat. And you do that 4 times, so you go to live. Sorry, it's just twice. I learn to live. Okay, done that. We're going to do the same picking pattern for a D chord. So you make your D chord on the left hand, thumb on the D string, middle finger with your pinch. That's your pattern for the D. So you go thumb and middle, index, thumb, index. So from the E minor, I learn to live. Then make an A chord. Okay. Thumb on the A string, middle finger on the B string. So it's the same pattern. Pinch, thumb and middle, index on the G string, thumb on the D, index. Hopefully you can see that on my second camera there. Okay, so let's do it all from the E minor. So we go E minor, learn to E minor, D, A, then that repeats back to E minor, and now you, and then we go to D, only one more. Okay, so that's the same. And then we're changing something called an A suspended 4th. Now the best way to change to that chord from the D is leave the ring finger held down where it is on the B string, move the index up to the 2nd fret of the D, and the middle finger just tucks in underneath on the 2nd fret on the G, as you can see there, right? Pinch, thumb on the A and middle finger, index, thumb, index. You probably figured that out by now. So pinch, index, thumb on the D, index, then change to an A for the second half. So it goes... So I'll go from the E minor and now you want me, so E minor. And now you D me one more time. So that's going from A suspended 4th to A. It's a lovely little change. And our picking pattern really milks that sounds from the major 5th to the suspended. Okay, right. So that's your pre-chorus. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to recap on the verse. I'm going to do the you lost the love I love the most from the A to the G and then into the pre-chorus, okay? Because you've learnt a lot of the song there already. So we're going to do the single strums holding for 4. Lost the love I love the most. 2, 3, 4. I'll learn to live. D, A, E minor. Now you D me one more. Suspended 4th. There's your suspended 4th A. So you got that, right? Into your chorus. It's the same order of chords, similar to the verse. In fact, no, it's not at all, scrap that. So take your D chord, okay? And we're going to do this rhythm pattern. This is a strumming pattern using our thumb. I'll take you through that in some more detail. So it's down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And that's what you do for every chord that I call out. Down, 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 up, down. just noticing that I'm doing a louder down on the third strum. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Okay, so we do D. Who do you think you A on R? Running round leaving B minor, collecting a jar of. Now, on this, it's G. However, I'd like you to do G as a bar chord. Now you're probably thinking, Drew, why are you putting me through that? Well, the reason is that we're going to be going to a G minor quickly from the G. And it's a lot easier to go to do this change, which is a G to a G minor, than it is to go from this to that. So you're going to do G as a bar chord, which means barring the 3rd fret, middle finger on the 4th fret on the G string, ring and pinky finger on the 5th fret on the A and the D string. So the chord looks like this. Okay, so that's your first one, collecting your jar of hearts. Just half of the rhythm pattern. 1, 2, 3. Then lift up the middle to do a G minor. Tearing lover. So it goes G, G minor. Then you get a break back to D. Okay, so I'm going to take you all the way up to that G, G minor. So from the beginning of the chorus. Here we go. 3, 4, D. Who do you think you A? Running round leaving B minor, collecting your jar of G as a bar chord. G minor, lift up middle. Yes, so to make the G minor, you lift up the middle. Collecting your jar of tearing love apart. D again. You're gonna catch an A from the ice inside your B minor. So don't come back to G as a bar chord. Lift up middle finger, Q, D. And then another D. So that's who do you think you are, D. Now, in verse 2, you could go back to doing single strums. You're asking all around. But I prefer, as we've got this tempo going from the verses, this sort of rhythm, going back into the same picking pattern as we used in the pre-chorus. You're asking all around if I'm anywhere to be found. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing the pinch that we had, index, thumb, middle, and I'm just choosing the bass notes depending on the chord. B minor, it's this one. The bass note means the first string you'd normally strum is the one that we pick with our thumb. So I'd be B minor, here you're B minor, all the D, A, from A to B minor, B minor, I have grown too strong, D, A to ever fall back in your G, G. Now I'll be going 1 and 2 and on that. That's just a little tip there. I'm going to that 2nd fret. And then you're into the pre-chorus, which is exactly the same. I've already shown you that. And the chorus, which is exactly the same. Who do you... And then when that gets to the end of that chorus, we've got this, who do you think you are? Then, it took so long just to feel alright. So I'm using the same rhythm pattern as we've been using in the chorus. Down, 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 up. But there's some different chords. The B minor's the one that you already know. So we go B minor, then change to F sharp. So move your bar to it's all 6 strings and move this shape up. So your middle finger's on the 3rd fret on the G, ring and pinky's on the 5th fret, on the 4th fret, sorry, on the G and on the A and the D. Okay, so it's B minor, F sharp, D and E major. So to go to E major from D, slide the index back to the 1st fret, middle and ring finger on the 2nd fret on the A and the D. Then repeat, B minor, how F sharp and D and E, it repeats, B minor, F sharp, and a D and an E. 'Cause B minor, F sharp, your D and your E. And now you're back. On back, when she sings that, it's a G and another G. You don't get me back. And on get me back, it's to the F sharp. Another F sharp. Then we're into a chorus. Who do you think you ain't? Running round leaving B minor, collecting your jar of G. But you're supposed to do it as a bar called Drue and D. You're gonna catch an A from the ice inside your B minor. Don't come back, G bar chord, G minor, think you are. Then the ending, we go G minor. Who do you think you are? I just use simple strums, 4 for each, G minor and D. Who do you think you are? And then the last one, strum and hold. Who do you think you are?